got the
mean, was that not one of the more nerve-wracking 30-14 kind of games?
Yes.
Oh, man. Herb and Rod's podcast, man. After dark, grab a drink. We've got Miami and Florida State playing in the background. A little Texas A&M, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the Bama and Vandy game. I know you've already been through a couple post games, but I know you're still hyped for it. So we'll be following those games and until we pass out. So let's say hi to everybody real quick. Cat Roll Tide. Cat, I was barely surviving. So at one point I was taking shots for every to try and change the tide, and it was a lot. It was a lot. So appreciate you sticking with me, Cat. Zach, I could use more than a cinnamon roll for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep. What up, Big Mike, the man behind the scenes who keeps the whole show moving? Roll Tide to you, sir. For sure, Alex. Roll Tide. Great game.
Yes.
I cannot, Raj, because she has to do that from her computer or something. Whenever I sign in, I'm sitting there. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm standing upright. I took like a 10-minute nap before we came on the air. So it's been a day for sure. I mean, Raj, where first off, let me get the little shot you may have ever seen me take, people.
Hold on. Let me join in the fun. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Hey.
Ooh,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, ho.
Roll Tide.
So they really did, Alex. We'll talk about that in just a second, especially that second half. But going back with that game, absolutely. Especially after he was talking trash, and he, cocky guys like that, you got to shut him down.
Yeah, agreed.
Taking one with you. Roll Tide. Alex, tell us what you're sipping on tonight, man.
Alex, thank you for joining us.
The way the game starts out, our drive, we get down there. I still don't know why 4th and 1 we decide going long is better than just running it.
I don't know.
But, Ty's first interception, which is funny. Had the guy knocked the pass down, they would have been better off than the interception. But it ended up not mattering. Then they go down and score. And I was like, when they put drives and they're like, oh, it's like 7 plays. I was like, no, that was one big play and a bunch of little crap. But honestly, at that point, I'm thinking, what?
Right. Come on, guys, let's get together.
And that's our D, man. It's like either we stiffen up and make great plays, or we don't do anything. It's just weird. Go ahead, Rod.
One thing I want to say about Ty's interception before we move on, I'm glad he kind of glad he got that over with and got that out of the way. I mean, I didn't think he was going to go all season without throwing interception. He got one in the game. We won 30-14. I'm okay with that. He's got 13 touchdowns to 1 interception all year.
Right.
Still looks spectacular. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but just regarding that interception, it's okay. It's okay. We didn't lose the game. The world did not end. It's fine.
Yeah. Nick, I actually disagree. I think he was trying to do too much. I think the play call let him down at times. But you say he took 4 sacks. He even came after the game. He was holding the ball.
He admitted, and I like that. I like the fact he took accountability. Because regardless of the play call, if you're holding the ball that long, and we've seen Tua do things like this, where you hold the ball for too long and you're trying to look for that home run ball, it's not there. Sometimes you just got to throw the ball away. McElroy said that during the game. He was like, dude, just throw the ball through the stand or something out here. You can't hold the ball that long. And again, I'm glad we won the game. And you hate seeing Ty to go through things like that, but it's also something that comes with the territory. So you're also glad to see it happen, so that way you learn from your mistakes in the future. So it happened. Ty took accountability for the game, just like a leader should do, just like a quarterback should do. I'm all good.
Yep. What's up, Jonathan? Recruiting specialist for the Bama
Jonathan.
Standard. Roll Tide, man. Yep.
We appreciate you, man. Roll Tide. We got the win.
Where we didn't look like we were playing that great. There was no time when I was like, man, it just didn't seem, the offense seemed way out of sync for the first half. Think about it. We had to drive down there with 20, 30 seconds left to get a touchdown just to get 14.
Just to tie 14.
I'm thinking we would have had 21, 28 first half easy. You know what I mean? That didn't seem in sync, and we're all trying to fire Womack in the first quarter. I mean, what do you have? 122 rushing yards in the first quarter, and what they say 20 for the quarters afterwards. So
his second half numbers. Yeah, the defensive second half numbers look spectacular. First half was just kind of bad, and you're kind of watching Vandy from the beginning of the game, and you're kind of having replays of what happened last year. Like, please, can we not go through this again? Not 2 years in a row.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm glad we kind of tied it up at 14-14 at that. Kimberly roll Tide, huge win for the Tide. Huge win for the Tide. Glad we tied it up right before half. It gave us a little momentum going to the locker room, and it seems like that momentum just kind of continued on throughout the rest of the game. So,
yep.
We rolled out.
I was actually making this point with somebody online. They're like, "Why can't we do that?" I was like, "I mean, they scored 14 points in the game and none in the second half. I mean, for all the hate that we're giving Womack, you got to show them some love when it's time too, right?" And that, just that's to be fair. So
that's true. No, that's true. That's true. And I even made a little post about it on TikTok last night. I was like, we need Kane Womack to bring the black hoodie, black Air Force's energy tonight. First half, it wasn't there, but the second half, it was there. Kudos to you, Kane Womack.
Yep. Yes, I don't know. I don't know why Manziel threw in with Vandy of all teams.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, the only thing I know
but your Texas A&M team is having a big game tonight. Like,
yep. Why aren't you supporting them? Yeah. The only thing I know is that Pavia said he looked up to Manziel. He kind of, I guess, duplicated his game or replicated his game after Manziel's. That's my only correlation with that. And I'm going to go ahead and say this too. I think that just kind of speaks to the Bama brand too. Everybody wants us to lose. Herb and I have discussed this a lot. Going into this game, I guarantee you there were plenty of Georgia fans watching this game. Shout out to all the Georgia fans. There's some Georgia fans watching the game who wanted us to lose because of what we did last week. And not just Georgia fans, Auburn fans, LSU fans. A lot of people wanted us to lose, but it didn't happen.
Yep. Well said, sir. Well said. He is. Raj, is he going to approach Tua?
I don't know. Well, this is the thing. He's getting there. Ty's getting better and better each week. One thing that I always say for Tua is that Tua was spoiled at the wide receiver position, like absolutely spoiled right there. I mean, a bunch of NFL players right there. Ty is spoiled, but he just looks like he's getting better and better and better every week. And his decision making, I like his decision making as opposed to some of Tua's. Tua was like home run, or I'm going to take a sack, or just get hurt.
Yeah.
Ty's like, I can run, maybe I can hit my tight end, or maybe I can get a deep ball. But he just, I don't know, man. Kudos to Ty, man. Ever since that Florida State game, he had his one bad game, and then he's just looking better and better and better. And I don't think whenever you say better and better, you don't always look at the score and say, well, we only scored 30 points. I'm like, your gameplay is what I look at. Your overall performance for that
breaking
game.
It actually down. Yep.
Breaking it down. Your decision making, playing off the run, making the right passes to the right receivers. All that just adding up.
Yep. 40-yard touchdown pass on 4th and 2 for Miami. So pass only went about 10, 15 yards. Yeah. We'll rectify your situation. I think you just have to have somebody else on the line at the same time. So what's up, Tim? One of our Georgia Bulldog fans.
Good evening, Tim. Congratulations on the win. Yes, Georgia definitely needed that to bounce back with Kentucky. I was watching the Georgia-Kentucky game, I always think the same thing about Kentucky. I'm like, if they ever had like a decent offense, they would be a contender in the SEC, or at least win a few more games. But it's just like, can't figure it out.
I posted this earlier. Why did Kendrick Law decide that was the place? Like, come on, man.
I thought the same thing. If I'm transferring somewhere, if I'm a wide receiver, or the first thing I want to know is who's my quarterback going to be.
Yeah, and they cycle through in Kentucky. The only thing Kentucky doesn't cycle through is coaches, but as far as quarterbacks, So it's going to be interesting. I think if he keeps this up, I mean, he's going to have. His resume will be one of the best in the country by far. Yes. In Oregon, but Oregon only has one game left, and we'll probably get to this later. But some of the luster is off. I'm sorry, because they already beat Penn State. Does Oregon plays Ohio State?
Do they play Ohio State? I don't know.
I remember thinking that they could all go 11-1, but we'll get into that Penn State one a little bit too.
Let's see. Oregon still has to play. Let's pull up the schedule right quick. Sorry about that.
Nope, Vandy's not scored less than 30 points all season until tonight. Yeah, and nothing in the whole second half, man. Until that last touchdown win, if I had told you the second half score was going to be 9-0, you'd have thought I was crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
Oregon still has to play. As far as good teams, they got Indiana next week, and then that's it. Indiana's the hardest team that Oregon plays this year.
Yeah, see.
So they could possibly win out and win the
Manziel was his hero game day. I think Manziel's really just trying to stay in the limelight. But come on, man, if you went to one school, I'm not going to rep another school. Not while my school is playing too. That don't make sense.
That's kind of weird.
Bobby did the same thing. I think it was just connection, but yeah. My only thing, Jonathan, with it is his Texas A&M is playing tonight. I mean, unless he hurry up and ran to that game, which, by the way, he just had a fumble, I think, by Mississippi State. Maybe Texas A&M picks it up at like the 6-yard line. But I think it's lame, and it does speak to the Bama brand. People like to be there against us for sure.
Yeah,
so, Georgia versus Vandy, and do they play this year? Each other?
I was thinking about that during the game. That's going to be a good game. I wish I had everybody's schedule right here. Hold on, let me check it out right quick.
There's Vandy.
What now, Herb? No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't play them.
So now Vandy has a bye. Then they play LSU, Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Kentucky. So they could possibly lose one or two more games depending on how they're playing. By the way, while everybody's here in the chat, Herb and I have goals that we're trying to reach as well regarding the channel itself. So please share this. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Like this. Share this with anybody else. Sub to the channel again if you haven't. We appreciate everybody's support. Just continue to watch us and continue to watch us grow, and we will continue to provide this excellent content for you all.
Yep. What's up, Brian?
Evening, Brian.
Appreciate that. His team was on a bye, but he did call Florida versus Texas, so that's a huge one right there.
Well, they have
what version of tie did we get? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So they were kind of on a bye.
Yeah. That's why when you said they were on a bye, I laughed. I was like, basically.
I forgot they actually played football.
Today was Tyrone Cornelius. Now, this may be Tyrone Cornelius. This may have been a little Ty Simpson because of the sacks that he took, and then some of it was just kind of uncalled for. Tyrone Cornelius Simpson doesn't take a lot of sacks, but this version of Ty that we had today was the Ty that we need to see down the stretch. So, kudos to Ty.
I agree with that. Like his pocket presence, the work he does before the snap, man.
Yes, I agree, Mike. I got to agree with Mike here. Good point, Mike. Very, very good point. He's good with his progressions. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. He can run with his legs if he needs to.
That was a big one. I predicted Texas at 9-3, and they still got Georgia to play, so I might be dead on. Or
I didn't think they would lose today, though. Hey, to tie.
Not after the way. So beginning of the year, I would have told you they had a chance to lose, but then the way Florida was playing, I was like, no. Because we made our 5-pack. I was like, I think Florida keeps it close because their defense, and I don't believe in Arch. And Nick has we'll save that one for a minute.
TJ, thank you for doing that. We appreciate you.
Yep. Let's see. Roll Tide. Let's get to Isaiah. What's up? So knowing what it was and how close that was, boy, and how like 90% of the money was on Vandy, some people got hurt tonight.
You know what's funny? I didn't even see Jam's touchdown when it happened. I went into the kitchen because I thought we were just going down the ball, run the clock out. I come back, he's in the touchdown, he's in the end zone celebrating. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what? I had to rewind. I'm like, okay. Isaiah, thank you for joining us, sir. We appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Mike, this question for Big Mike right quick. Hey,
DJ
Lagway had a good game. I need some Lagway jokes. Come on, Mike. I need to hear them. What's Alex? How much do you want? Oh, I missed it. My bad.
When that cap at Uncle No get after him, so he's still in Bama. See, so I don't get it.
Who's that? Johnny?
This whole game. Yep.
He's just doing
Jonathan
this for press.
Manziel.
Yeah.
Could be doing again. Yep. We'll get into the Caden Proctor one too as well. Does this save Napier's job until next week, Mike? And then
not yet. No, it's a good question.
Timothy, have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping by.
Timothy, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Have a good night. Good win for the Georgia Bulldogs.
And there's Brian's response. I think this is
Mike, I actually thought about that too. I was like, no, probably not, because I mean they're still going to lose some more games this season, and that's not going to help at all. But Florida's schedule is always going to be what hurts them. Florida State Did they throw an interception?
He said when Grubb did that, I thought Brad was just trolling. Yeah. So Proctor is now RB3 and wide receiver 5. So
the thing is, I don't want Proctor getting like these type of plays every game.
They really are. No. I think that's why they give him one, and then that's it, just to make you think of it. Because then the next thing is roll him out over there, and then don't throw it to him or something. So
that's what I was thinking. That's just throw everybody off. Yeah.
Like
Miami, Florida State's looking bad right now, and
Mike, it was a long way to saving the coach from getting fired. Are you happy now, Raj?
That was a good one, Mike. I like that one. MVP I still think Napier will. I still think Napier will probably be let go somewhere, probably towards the end of the season, if it is. But good win for Florida. I mean, celebrate that. So
I think it's just like it's like at the wrong times. It's like let's coach our butt off in this game, but not like South Florida and stuff. So you had we did that. Florida beat Texas. We'll get into Arch Manning a little bit later, but it is not looking good for him in Texas. I mean, they put up some points today though. So and I haven't looked at the full box score yet, but it's not looking good. It's just too much was expected of him too, I think. So
yeah.
Oh, it's all good. We support love.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us as always. We appreciate you.
It's embarrassing we've got this far into the show and nobody has mentioned Jam Miller and his contribution.
Oh yes, good game for Jam. Really, really good game for Jam. He had a good game against Georgia last week with those tough 46 yards, and then he came up big today. So good running from Jam. Good patient running from Jam. I like what I saw from him, and it's good when you have a good running back core that can kind of take the pressure off of Ty too. So that was really good.
Agreed. Yep. So this one's always interesting because there's a player to every game where we're like, let's get rid of him. Yeah. And then you look at if I told you we were going to hold Vandy to 14 points, you'd be building a statue of Womack.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which one is it? Like Jonathan posted earlier, in the last two halves against Georgia and Vandy, we gave up 7 points combined. Yep. So are we upset with Womack because of a breakdown here and there, or are we looking at the bigger picture? So So Florida State might win. Yeah, I thought Florida State would look better than this, to be honest. People are talking about Miami being one of the most complete teams. I didn't know if I bought into the hype, but I didn't think Florida State would have 3 halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
we came for Jordan Game Speaks to the Jam as our team. Yeah, dude. He only had 46 yards against Georgia, but they were tough yards.
Exactly.
More carries than anyone else has had this year. You could just tell that it was a jump start for the Alabama game, and the threat of the run is always there with him.
Yes.
22 carries. We haven't had 22 carries between 2 other people in the other. So that just tells you a lot. Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, no. The threat of the run game hadn't been there all year, but now I think it's looming. We still need to be a little more consistent with the run, and I think we'll add to it next week against Missouri. But it's there, and it definitely helps out with the offense. It'll definitely open up the pass even more for Ty. So kudos to Jam Miller, man.
He said Georgia. Yeah. So when we first did a show earlier this year, I had Texas at 8-4. And when we did the show way offsides, I switched it to 9-3. When we did our show 9-3, if they finish below 8-4, Texas does, I'm like, man, that fall off was huge.
I think they have at least 2 more losses coming. I think they definitely lose next week with the Red River.
Yep. Push with Caden Proctor. I like it. So Oh yeah, that Texas A&M at the end of the year too. So I just I don't see how they make the playoffs with the way they're playing and the way Arch is playing. And it's one thing to get to only 1 loss and not even get into SEC play, and that's where it really gets started. So he said A&M will be hungry. Yep, I believe it. So how about that? So we did a TikTok live right before the game, and people were asking, what star would you think? I said, Keon Sabb's getting us an interception today. He's my guy. They were like, what about Bray Hubbard? I was like, Bray been out there. Big booty Bray been out there. But now Keon Sabb, I was like, he's getting us one today. Yeah. And his interception and the Justin Jefferson fumble, key plays in the game. Yeah. I mean, they honestly did not recover from either one of those two. So, yeah. Good job on Sabb. He was all over the place anyway. And people who watched all 22 will tell you he's been playing solidly all year. We just don't have the big numbers to back it up. But the interception was key, especially the way he played the position, locked on the eyes, cut in front, shut that one down. So that was nice. That was very, very nice. Let's see. Only averaging. Yeah. It's just like
that's a good stat.
It's like what people think about the Georgia and why they keep making adjustments late. It's just like that's what our defense does. We get beat up a little here and there, and then boom, second half we make better adjustments. Miami just scored again.
I turned that. Yeah, what is it, like
28-3? Yep.
Good Lord. We definitely have to win out.
Yep. Cat, he has some nice breakups. I didn't see his official stats yet. That's one thing about doing the show the night of. But I think so. We talked about with the Florida State. What's something we said before Florida State? We didn't want to see him out there because you don't need a freshman on the field. Just Florida State, get him a chance to work in. I think he's getting much more comfortable. His length bothers receivers a lot. And it's going to help in those games, especially when we're not getting a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback where you can have a guy like that. But always happy to have Dijon Lee. Alex had finally seen Keeley's name called as well. That's one of your guys, ain't it, Ron?
Yeah.
So let's see. Dijon Lee did have 3 tackles, 1 solo, 1 pass defense. It's always hard with secondary guys when they're not getting a whole lot of passing yards to where you're like, oh, did they have a great game? Yeah, sometimes you have to watch the tape and see what you're covering up there. And I could have sworn we had more than 1 sack. I guess some of those just don't count if he's scrambling or whatever.
Yeah. I think it was just 1 today. And it was,
1 sack.
God, I just looked at it.
2 tackles for loss. Yeah, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson was all over the place,
Yeah, 14 tackles, 9 solo, a sack. I mean, good grief. That fumble, that forced fumble.
Yep.
Jefferson had himself a game, especially as a quality opponent. I know somebody said, hey, if you put a different name on the front instead of Vandy, they would have a lot more respect, and that's true. I think we still try to think of Vandy of old. This was a good Vandy team coming to town. So
yeah.
See, that's what I don't see it on the score sheet, but I could have sworn. Oh yeah, because he came in late. Yeah, so I don't. Maybe it's just not updated. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. Yep, that was one of our keys. Ryan Williams' bounce back game.
I mentioned that. I think Ryan Williams is going to have a huge game this weekend. He had that one drop late towards the end, but that was fine. It was like 4th and 4, or 3rd and 4, something like that. He had that one little drop.
3rd and 4, yeah. He dropped it right at the end. Somebody was like, "Oh, Ty threw it low." I was like, "Yeah, but he's got to catch that." But
you got to catch that.
The touchdown was on a scramble drill. He was tracking the ball well on that long pass too. Still, so he's still Ryan Williams. So.
Yeah.
He's still Ryan Williams. Oh, what's going on? What did I just say? 28-3?
23, yeah.
Yeah, it's ugly. Yep. So, it was just a good win, Raj.
Good win. We were really, really nervous before the game because going into the game, we knew Vanderbilt's offense was a threat. They had been putting up a number of points all season.
Right. After that drop, Ty
he did. I saw that. He got on
because he was right at the stick too. So yeah,
you got to, and we don't know exactly what was said, but it's good to see Ty talking to his receivers like that. So you got to get him. You got to let him know, hey, you can't do that, but you also got to let him know it's okay. Keep your head up. So
yep. You got to toe the line. All right, so go ahead, Raj. Good win against Vandy.
Yep, good win against Vandy. Again, coming into the game, we knew about how well the offense was. It was a well-oiled machine. They like to mix up their plays a lot with a little pass, a little run. We pretty much did as much as we could in the first half, held them to 14 points, and that was it. They didn't do anything in the second half. It was good to see us get some hits on Pavia in the second half, kind of light him up a little bit, make him uncomfortable.
Yep.
The thing about Vanderbilt was I think once they got behind, it forced them to try to pass more, and that's not necessarily their specialty. But I'll take it, man. I'll take the win. Happy with the way the teams played. I don't know if anybody in the chat was 30-14 your score prediction. I think I predicted 38-24, I think.
I thought we were hitting 40. I thought we were hitting 40 in this game. It's surprising, and what made me nervous in the second half was how many drives stalled out. So that if I had a criticism on the play calling, we got way too cute in the second half on some of these like 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. Like
we don't need
just
to
hand the ball to Jam and let him go.
Yes,
that's what I wanted on some of those plays.
Yeah.
Versus, we ran up with a direct snap to Jeremy Bernard, the Germinator. And the announcer was like, "Oh, there's a hole right there. He could cut." And I'm like, "He's not a running back. He's not. He's not.
Once they showed the replay, if he had stood there and waited a little bit and ran behind his blockers, he would have got the first down. But it's easy to say that when you look back on the replay. But like on the field, he doesn't have enough time to just sit there and be like, "Hey guys, let me know when you guys get finished blocking." So
that's how I love to judge games. I'm back at home. I've got Cheetos falling down my shirt. I'm having a shot. I'm like, "Come on, guys, play better."
Yeah.
You were like, right. Okay, so. Let me see where we go. Yeah, I want to enjoy this. Yes, this was a like Vandy being in town and having a chance to a tight game with them or even losing is more stressful than Georgia coming to town and maybe losing to Georgia.
Yep,
it's like having a 2-game losing streak to Vanderbilt is like the kind of things that gets people fired. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Way too stressful. And then Missouri, we'll talk about this more on Wednesday, but this is a huge trap game. Missouri and Wisconsin were the only major foes that we didn't have a preview in the offseason for. We had a Texas one and Ohio State one. We don't even play those two teams, so that tells you how little we were thinking about Missouri. So this is huge trap
game's gonna be tough.
Of 2 emotional games like Georgia and Vandy. Go ahead, Raj.
No, Missouri game is going to be tough. Their quarterback's playing really, really well. Like right now, the running back's having a really, really good season.
It's going to
be another tough game. 11. So stupid. Hey. So that joke, we gotta pour one up to the joke.
Oh, pour one out to the joke. You got some more comments to get to too. And I was hoping shout out to Linnell's hooking me up with a nice bottle this weekend.
Oh, did they?
So then it hooked me up.
Gotcha. Hey, we'll work on that too. We'll work on that.
We'll work on that part. Yeah. Roll Tide. I agree, Nick. Last year it was our wide receiver yelling at the quarterback. This year the quarterback is trying to hold everybody accountable, and you got to get time. So.
No, that's a good point that Nick's making. That leadership is something that we were kind of missing last year. Not to take shots at anybody, but we all know it wasn't evident last year. It's good to see that this year, especially with Ty Simpson. We saw the pregame speeches that he has. We got to see what he's doing today with Ryan Williams. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I love Ty. Ty's invited to all the cookouts. When my kids turn 3, when the twins turn 3, I'm inviting Ty Simpson to their birthday party. Her 50th, whenever that comes, we're inviting Ty Simpson, man. Don't know where he'll be at the time, but
my 50th was like 8 years ago, but that's fine.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
I think everybody in the world had Vandy covering the spread, and if we were going to play something, I would have taken Bama minus 10 or 10.5 or whatever it got.
I think the spread ended up 12.5, right? Right before game time.
And you got to think if we convert a field goal or two, a field goal and a touchdown instead, then we got no problem with this. But we bogged down in the red zone too many times. So Carol, what's up, another Georgia Bulldog?
Thank you for joining us. Congrats on your win as well. Good bounce back game for Georgia. They look good today. Carol, I was telling her earlier, Kentucky's the same old Kentucky. If they ever had any type of offense, they would probably win a lot more games in the SEC. But it's the same old thing. And Herb mentioned the fact that we had Kendrick Law and he transferred to Kentucky. I have absolutely no idea as a receiver why you would transfer somewhere when you're really not sure about your quarterback at the next stop. Hey, I can't speak for him. No issues with Kendrick Law, but hey, you made your choice, bro.
Yeah. What up, Jay Bake?
Roll Tide, buddy. How about the Crimson Tide?
When Q play turning into Mona Lisa's.
Yep.
41,
41-24. I think, I had 38-24. Then I even moved it to 40-24 at one point, but 30-34, hey, fine with me.
We got the poor Changa guy. I did not hear anything else about him.
I didn't either, and I didn't realize how serious it was until because that delay was his head slapped back. Yeah, and that delay was a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
for sure. This is not a game you can overlook. I think people didn't expect Missouri to be as good as they are right now, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
What up, JT? Or should we say what up, Mia?
Thank you for joining us as always.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
I think they just went live on TikTok just a little while ago. And,
quick thing. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just say tomorrow, Sunday, 6:00 is the show too, as well. Talking about
yes, we'll definitely be tuning in. Anybody in the chat, if you're not subscribed to Roll Tide Nation, please do so right now. It's exactly as it is on the screen. Roll Tide Nation, please sub to that channel. And again, if you're not subbed to the Herb and Raj podcast and you're watching this, please sub.
How'd you do that?
I don't know how you did that, but I'm just throwing it in there. Or if you know somebody that's not subbed to any of these channels, please share this with your friends, your families, your enemies, cousins. You gotta love your enemies, cousins, exes, anybody. Just share it.
Well, 11 a.m. Yep. Like I said, we're gonna talk more about it on Wednesday, but that's
11
a.m. on the road is a scary one.
It is.
All said, pour one up. I guess I got to pour one up. I mean,
another one. Oh my god! All right,
bro, I'm gonna die right here on air.
I'll make sure I'm at home next week to watch the game.
Yeah, instead of hanging out with Elmo.
Dude, Elmo and Sesame Street were on fire today. It was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't even these are not real conversations.
Cheers.
Roll Tide. Hunter, what's up, Hunter? Bama Blueprint started off this past Friday at 6:30.
Yes, Hunter. Yeah,
Hunter wants me to pass out from drinking, so Hunter, this might be the night.
I ain't finna do that. I'm good.
Ooh, 130. I forgot about everybody's prediction for that, man. And Jonathan, I think, pointed it out, or was it another? They had 122, something like that in the first quarter, and like 9 the rest of the way. So
what, rushing?
Well, yeah.
Good. Well, that was their bread and butter, and then we didn't hold them to a lot of passing yards. So
yeah, but you know what? I couldn't believe it wasn't butter.
Herb, you know, if I wasn't doing this, I could be getting paid to do this with somebody else, right? Yeah, I thought that was funny too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my goodness. He doesn't know just to be nice. He probably will.
Bro,
Rod, we're gonna send him. We're gonna send him something.
I'm gonna invite him, bro. I'm like, Ty, we love you, bro. The kids turn 3 in July. You know, you'll probably be in the league, whatever. Or
Mike, I'm gonna save one of those.
I already got drafted, but Are
I'll
you watching
one
the Mississippi State game?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, A&M, 14-3, and they're driving. This game's over. Mississippi State can't score. So yeah, they talk about. Well, I'll just post it now, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Yes, I can't believe this. Somebody was Boogers on there talking about coaching changes. I was like, come on.
No, come on.
That is wow.
It's got nothing to do with that. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I did not see Penn State lose, and we always made the comment that Penn State always loses the big. But did anybody think Penn State was going to lose to UCLA? Come on.
No. To UCLA? No.
To UCLA, no.
Carol, when I picked Texas at 9-3, 2 of my built-in losses were Georgia and Ohio State, and I was like, I just got to get one more somewhere else to be right. Yeah. So, yep. And I posted their link on there, so anybody sees that's the Roll Tide Nation. Go check it out.
Yes, a lot of people were high on Texas prior to the season too. A lot of people were high on Texas prior to the season. They thought Archibald didn't win the Heisman.
Raj
now,
not sure we're doing that.
Texas is not going to make the playoffs this year. I'm going to see Nick. I'll see Darnell in the morning, so we'll see what we can do.
Kind of looking out for me. I did eat. My wife actually went to get us some food, and I had to starve her down to soak up all this good hydration I've had all day.
You do. That's really smart. Smart.
Yes, y'all got to watch the away games at home.
Yeah.
I mean, we survived Georgia watching it together.
Well, we might be doing that next week. Isn't that true, Herb?
I didn't want to know if I wanted to break that surprise. Yeah, so that's
never mind.
How many touchdowns did Elmo score, Raj?
Hi, Mike. You're my friend. Very funny. Look, hey, Elmo and Sesame Street Live was pretty dope.
You don't, Carol. We put it up on the screen a minute ago. You all do not. So yeah, this is bad. I mean, Miami has the ball. Quarter's about to end. 3rd and 1. They get the first down. Yeah,
is Miami
the first down? So
Herb, so is Miami that good? I'm asking you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything to tell me no yet. So and who was their first game? Was that Notre Dame? Was that Miami?
Notre Dame? Yeah, it was that Sunday night game. They played Notre Dame.
Yeah, because I think they played them on a Sunday night when they played Notre Dame. So as I was worried you were gonna. God, I was taking a lot of shots. This game was like, at one point, Raj, I would take a shot, then I would go to the bathroom, and something good happens. I had to stay in the bathroom to finish.
Wait, time out. Something good happened when you went to the bathroom?
Not for me. I mean, for the team.
Okay.
That's going to be code for taking a dump if something good happens.
Yeah, okay. Kerber Raj After Dark is getting really weird now.
This is why we're on.
Well, A&M just scored again. Okay.
Yeah, that one's over. Fire those C. Yep. So there's I've heard a couple analysts say that they don't think Drew Aller is that bad. They think that it's a bad fit at they think it's a bad fit with the OC in him, and it's just not working out. So that's what so Kat, I was actually explaining this to Brittany earlier. Brittany's like, who we root for? I was like, I said, we kind of need Florida State. She's like, why? They beat us. I was like, yeah, but anytime somebody beats you, if they look bad afterwards, it's like, an albatross around your neck for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
So
we want them to win.
Game. Yeah.
And listen,
more shots today. Herb's hydration.
Oh wow!
By a mile.
Click off that one.
By a mile.
Big white hilarious. So Herb, quick thing. Penn State still has to play at Ohio State. They still have to play Indiana. Those are the two remaining tough games for them. So they're going to lose at Ohio State.
Yeah, definitely.
So that will be their third loss, and then Indiana.
That's got to drop them out, though. That has to drop them out.
That's what you and I have discussed. This does 3 losses mean you're automatically out of this year's playoff? We just
3 losses to Oregon, UCLA, and Ohio State has to be out because you're basically saying you don't have to beat anybody good and one horrible. UCLA's first win of the season was against Penn State. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. You can't have a schedule, Raj, with Nevada, Florida International, and Villanova, right? And then go 9-3
every time you play a good game. You lose. Yeah.
If you lose to Oregon, UCLA, now and Ohio State or Indiana, either one of those is bad. Now watch them. What they'll do is they'll beat Ohio State somehow and lose to Indiana and be at 9-3 with one good quality win. But I think you cannot let them into the playoffs.
I agree. They'll have 3 or 4 losses. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
So here's a good one. So we have a couple Georgia friends, and their general thought, especially one of them that was a little bit closer, I think, to the thing, was there's a little bit too much of a big head at Georgia towards the middle to end of that year and the end of that run, and maybe it lost the locker room a little bit. I will also say this, though. The on-the-field product was nothing but drops when he was there. If Carson Beck hits if he doesn't get a big drop earlier on in the Bama game, that might change the whole face of that game. So I think it was a Carson Beck thing, but his teammates didn't help him. When Gunnar Stockton came in against Texas, they caught everything in that game. They did not drop a single thing, I think, for that second half. So it was just wild. But before that, I think they were leading the SEC in drops.
To Herb's point, I don't think it had anything to do with Carson Beck's play on the field. It was just everything off the field. I just don't think he was vibing. The chemistry wasn't there. I don't know if some of his teammates just didn't like him, but it was just stuff that was going in the locker room. And then maybe it was his ego at the time. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it had nothing to do with his play on the field. But you see how he's shining at Miami right now. So, he went on. Both teams moved on.
You see how, like with Florida, when you have good vibes will take you a long way in the game. All right, so Drew Aller reminds me.
We're not going to just forget that, like you just said that. Good vibes are going to take you a long way. Okay, hey, do the Herb dance.
This music. All right. Nick, and so I'm not as familiar with the Penn State offense. So when I heard that was interesting. But it would explain a lot why you've got a guy who's a possible first-round pick by a lot of scouts is looking so terrible with his team. So
I have not watched.
I think they're out. If they beat Ohio State and Indiana, they're in. Go ahead, Rush.
I have not watched enough of Penn State's offense to kind of get an assumption or a gauge on Drew Aller, and I'm probably not going to be honest with you. So I wasn't high on him coming into the season, and neither were you. There's just a lot of hype around them. But
who's PUS? He's not talking about Ohio State, right?
I don't know. Big Mike, who is PUS? Pull up Penn State schedule. Do you have it still up here? PUS in Indiana. Past. I don't know. I'm missing that one.
Let's see. Mind you, UCLA never had to let a single game. That's wild too. I mean, when the score first flipped over because it was in the middle of the game, I thought I was seeing something wrong. I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Hey, they scored a touchdown, an onside kick." I said, "That makes sense." But when the game got tight and they still scored a touchdown, I was like, "Penn State is terrible. Like you can't. You just." They're bad losses, and then they're like catastrophic losses.
Yeah.
And you're coming off the Oregon loss, and then you lose to an 0-4 UCLA team that just fired their coach. Like, you can't have things like this.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So, to lose to Nebraska all shows up the corner. Yeah. I think everything's on the table for that team now. But and I'm hoping all of it happens because I just don't think they deserve to make the playoffs.
Agree.
They're losing to Nebraska. And Isaiah was right with you, Nick. Yep. Same thing. So. Carol talking to Brian. Let's see. Send back over overtime, ladies and gentlemen. I'm missing that game though. Which
game is that, J-Bait?
Let's see. Let me go through who's actually going to overtime. Not Florida 9 Rice. That says 27-21. Oh, I'm sorry. Troy and South Alabama.
The Jags and Troy. He mentioned that. Herb just didn't click on it, J-Bait.
Teach him how to Herbie. Teach him how to Herbie. They be like, Herb, what? Can you teach him how to Herbie? You know why? Because all the Herbies love me. Hey.
I was so offbeat.
I deleted the comment. Apparently stays in stream right after deleted. Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotcha. We're over here trying to decipher it like it was a good inside dad joke.
Yeah.
I know Mississippi State's down 21-3. I didn't think they'd win. I did pick Texas A&M, but I did think they'd be competitive at least.
Me too.
But who doesn't mind Mississippi State? Our old/new rival, Mississippi State. Ooh, Reed is something else, brother.
Your TV's ahead of me.
Oh, Reed is not something else, brother. I look up and I'm still shocked that Florida State's even still playing this game, you know?
Yeah.
All right, what else, chat? What other games? We've kind of talked about Alabama. So tomorrow night or Monday night, we will release our game balls. That'll come out Monday morning, Tuesday morning. It's pretty obvious where a couple of them are going. You can off the jump, you can guess one offensive, one defensive without really having to think of much. So it might not be a surprise. I like these kind of victories because we had to get through adversity, right?
Yes.
We were down early. We, first turnover for Ty. Offense could not get going in the first half, right? And again, key sequence in the game to me, that touchdown we score right before half.
Yes.
Feel some momentum.
Yes.
Get everything going. Ty was clicking a little bit better. So that, to me, was a huge, huge drive for us. And then we made adjustments after half,
Yes.
But there was enough wrong to where you can be like, yes, exactly, Raj. But there's enough wrong to where you're like, hey, how come we didn't finish in the red zone?
Yeah.
How come we didn't finish once we got within 30 yards? So there was enough bad to where you can say, okay, we can't relax. It was a good Nick Saban kind of win, is what I always call it.
No, so. I agree. Very, very happy with the way that the team played today. Very, very happy with the adjustments. Very happy with the way that we controlled the tempo throughout the game, more in the second half than in the first half. I feel like their defense was on the field a lot longer than they were last year. Last year, it seemed like it was more like either we turn the ball over or we go for the home run. This year, it was like, we're just going to wear you down, drain the clock, and we were just in control the entire second half. So I was very happy with that.
Something you talked about with like a Tua kind of team that's different with Ty. Ty will put a drive together. You know what I mean? And it's just we had long drives against Georgia, long drives against Vandy. We'll put a drive together where it's like you get 3 yards on first down, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, only 3 yards," and I think for us that's like, great, we're good. 2nd and 7, let's get it going. So question for chat and question for Herb, right quick. Herb, did Connor Talty redeem himself? No, that first kick was awful.
No,
and I had no faith in it. Like we. So here's what happens when you start changing. what they did later on in the game was change what his field goal range was. So they were like,
yes.
Okay. They were like, are you in field goal range? No, give me 10 more yards.
10 yards. Yeah.
So no.
Anything more than that is just not working.
Yes. So
the thing about not having a good kicker is like it forces your team. Like if it's 4th and 7, you're like, what are our options now? Like
right.
Either we miss the kick or we just go for it. So
what really needs to happen is when you don't have a kicker on 3rd and 7, you don't say, do I need to get 7 yards? You're like, I need to get 3 or 4 yards so I could go for it on 4th down. So yeah, no, to me, he didn't redeem himself. His longest was 38. Are you going to tell me we have to always get up that close for you to get
basically
field goals? No. So Drew hasn't looked good. Yeah, I mean, that's true. And Penn State beats up on the lesser team, so that just doesn't help. So that's always our argument against the Big Ten is their schedules are so weak that you don't really know what you have sometimes. I'm not going to say that Oregon State and Ohio State aren't good teams, but they're definitely not tested all year. So,
yeah.
Said Mike, don't encourage. What's up, Kyle? Roll Tide. Is this Kyle? Or is this another Kyle?
I was wondering the same thing. Kyle, thank you for joining us.
Either way, Roll Tide.
Yeah.
2 minutes. Yes, it was, Kat. She's talking about the touchdown right before half. It was much needed. It was very poised. The touchdown pass was on point. So awesome. KB Jam, Sab. Yep. So you got to join us more on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central.
Yes.
We'll talk more about that, but we've already talked in there. They're a good team, plus a trap game, plus 11 a.m. This is scary to me.
Yes.
Like, let's not even sure. This is a scary situation and a good team with the best running back in the SEC.
Yeah.
All things that work against you. You got to come to play. This is not somebody – the game can't start at 11 and Alabama starts at 12:30. Like that can't happen or you'll be down and you'll be in a big hole early. So you just score. So horrible. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, he's talking to Carol. Always good to have Jay Bake in the chat. So
yes.
Girl, I was shocked that honestly that Kentucky got that one early touchdown because I was thinking, that game's gonna be over quick, and it really was. Yeah, Kat, I think it's gonna be like that for a while. So Mike, I'm sitting there texting Mike about Florida win, and he's like, "No, Texas is giving this game to us." I was like, "Come on, man, give your boy some love." So.
Mike, Herb and I are trying to figure out if Tyrone Cornelius showed up today or was that somebody else. Because Tyrone Cornelius doesn't take a lot of sacks. So I think this might have been TCS's cousin or something.
He said he lost this, but did you throw it in the river after one of our bad plays or something? Or what? Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So yeah, game balls will come out. And like I said, we're definitely going to see. I don't know if Mike was saying coach needs to get a game ball.
Who, Womack?
Yeah, no. Oh no, he's saying Caden Proctor, I guess is what he's saying.
Him, Jam, and
he said
somebody
not
else.
Buying it from Florida, man. Uh-oh. Kyle, we definitely want to hear it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Alabama. Ooh, good grief!
What?
Dude got smacked, but tough catch, but good hold on for Mississippi State for a first down. Down 25 points. Yeah. So, all right, so we got it. We'll dive a little bit more into the other games that we wanted to talk about since this is essentially over.
Yeah.
Which one do you want first, Raj? Flip a coin: Texas or Penn State?
Texas.
So we'll flip over and look at this score, and I'm thinking this is going to be a low-scoring game anyway, right? Florida jumps out 10-0 early.
Yep.
I don't know that I ever had faith in Texas really getting back in this game. Then it's 10-7, 17-7. I always just felt like Florida was going to stay ahead of them and the defense was going to produce. Does this tell us more about Florida and them trying to save Napier's job, or like you said earlier?
I mean, no. I think this tells us more about
Texas. Proctor.
I think this tells us more about Texas and where Arch Manning really stands. If there were any signs prior to this, or if there's anybody that was kind of undecided about him, I think you should know which side you lean on right now. He's not going to win the Heisman. He may not be that guy for Texas, but he's where they put all their faith and their money and everything into. So he's going to have to lead them as far as he can lead them this year. And then going into the next season, I think if he comes back, if he does decide to come back to school, that there's going to be a huge or a nice little quarterback competition because Sark knows what he has with Arch. You may not know what you have with the next guy. So
right.
Arch just isn't who some people thought he was going to be.
Yeah. Sorry, I must have Mississippi State scored 44-yard touchdown, but then they
it was a pass. But does this win save Napier's season? No. I mean, they're still going to lose several more games, and then every time they lose, the question's going to come up. So.
Yeah, let's go ahead and since we have all the schedules.
Yep.
You know what's sad? I only did SEC and Big Ten schedules to show you how little I care about everybody else's. But Florida's in the middle of that gauntlet that started with a loss, LSU and
Miami. Yeah, so they're
but now they got to go to Texas A&M and
then
home
against
Mississippi
Florida too.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, South Florida, LSU, Miami.
So they're 2-3.
And then they beat
now
Texas.
They're at A&M next. Ooh, Lord, A&M next week. They're going to lose that one.
Mike, I'm running you. Do they? Oh no, he said they'll get smacked into reality next weekend. So
yeah.
And that's why does he save Napier's job? I don't think so. Go ahead, Rob.
No. They're going to go to A&M and lose next week. So yeah, it's not just Napier's job, but it's just the schedule. They have a brutal schedule every single year. Even if you get rid of Napier and bring in somebody new, he's going to have to face the same schedule. So it's going to be tough for him.
Cat and Kyle both said, yep, they are not on the Texas bandwagon. Oh, which brings me, we didn't look at that one yet, did we?
Which one?
What does Texas still have coming up?
Red River?
What does this mean for them going forward?
Oh.
I thought they still had a couple weeks. Don't they have that is? Okay.
Red River's next
so this
weekend,
is Yeah. So Brian, our Oklahoma pal, does not think that Mateer will be back for that, right?
Right.
Or no, what was the last text he said?
He said that he won't be back for Red River, but I think
but maybe South Carolina.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at Texas schedule. No wonder it's not adding up. So.
Yeah. Can Oklahoma beat Texas without Mateer?
I think so. I think that
defense has to play well and keep. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, we were going to say the same thing. So yeah, I think Oklahoma's defense is going to step up enough for them to help out their quarterback.
Yep. And it's like people in the chat and everyone said too as well. Even if they get by Oklahoma, I don't think they're going to Georgia and winning. And that Texas A&M still looks like a loss too as well. I think 9-3 is maybe as good as it gets for you this season. And you probably don't want to go to Mississippi State either. And that home game against Vanderbilt played them tough last year. Ooh. And Vanderbilt does not care to go on the road. So that could be an interesting one as well. Oh, by the way, Florida State might actually get a touchdown right outside the red zone now. I mean, right outside the 10. So Florida, that's huge. Texas taking another loss. That should drop them pretty well out, I would think. But
if not, they'll be in the 20 range somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be in the 20s and still have a chance to redeem themselves. But it's very telling that this is the way they're playing, and they just now started. Yeah, it has.
Yes. Oh wow. I like the way it's
Daryl. I feel like Texas is on the way down, and I think this is going to be a rough season for them. And now they're just now starting SEC play. It only gets worse from here. So.
Yep.
All right. You talking about the Florida State game or which game? Because Texas at least made it interesting late. Florida State just looks like this game should have been on TV. So, oh my goodness!
What?
Texas A&M look like they tried to run out the clock, and they still in the red zone. So, I think that's really it about Texas. I didn't get to watch a lot of the game, so anybody that watched it, does somebody want to say, did Arch look bad in that game? Because I don't always like to go as 263. Now, here's the most telling stat to me in the Texas game: Arch Manning was the rushing leader with 37 yards on 15 carries.
That's it?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So what did I say? Yeah, 37 yards, 15 carries. Wisner, their running back, he had 8 carries for 11 yards, and then you got 2 and 1 carries. So I don't know if the Florida just took him out of that or just shut it down, but that's never going to help out your young quarterback either.
I agree. Agreed.
Ours, I mean, 16 for 29, 263, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not great, but you're not going to beat a great defense like Florida like that, and also not having any backup or anything next to it. So, and Carol, we're about to get to that one. So here's what he said: a bunch of hurried rush throws from Marks. Their offensive line sucks. Yeah. So it's funny. When we were on the show early this year, that was one of the points I brought up because somebody, look, I'm relaying a lot of stuff, but they said, hey, a lot of their offensive line was gone, and so people are like, no, they'll be fine. And they're not fine.
No,
this is what tells you.
The chemistry's not there. And if you have a bad offensive line with a fresh or a rookie quarterback, a first-year quarterback, the chemistry's not going to be there. It's just not going to add up. It's going to be tough on them.
Yep. Carol, we're going to text Brian and tell him you're asking for him.
Carol. Brian's probably not here. He jumped in, jumped out, but haven't seen him in a minute. But
we text him for you, though, Carol. Let's see. Yep. So, Carol, that's a good segue into the next one. This was one of those scores that popped up where I was just like, this is...
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's just embarrassing. You can't... Yeah. I understand Penn State. You're going to go, 10-2 every year and lose your 2 best games. You cannot go on the road.
Yeah.
To UCLA. And did you hear Franklin's press conference? It seemed like a little bit of... So he was like, well, we had that overtime game and we were tired. And then, with the travel and we were
come on.
A lot. Then at the end, it was like, oh, but that's all me. And I was like, that's a lot of excuses. Like,
you're playing UCLA. Come on now.
Yes. Dude, I'm looking at this UCLA game and we're talking about it. Nico threw for 166 yards. He rushed for 128. So this is just a weird game. Drew Aller, 200 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Drew Aller. So the quarterbacks for both teams were the leading rushers.
Right.
To me, that's not a great recipe, but at least UCLA tried. They had 2 other running backs who split 30 carries, so at least UCLA was trying to do something else. Was Mike the one that posted this? They hadn't had how many points in any game this year until they get to this and they drop 42 on your head?
I don't know.
They had 10 points, 23 points, 10 points, and 14 points all year. And then they get 42.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 57 points all year, Raj, and 42 points in this game. So that's just embarrassing if you're Penn State.
Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
Franklin did what you can't have games like this with what you have on the line. And similar to Notre Dame, I feel like it's one of those things that has to knock you off the playoffs.
Yeah. No, I think it will. You
hear that?
Oh, really? Wow.
Shout out, by the way, to TJ, Vegas Mac, and Mike Aranya, the Mike Aranya Show. Y'all, this is a show you definitely need to be checking out. Big supporters of us, good quality content, too, as well. Yes. And always entertaining, too. So definitely check out our boys there. So,
yeah.
What was the last ranking for us? What were we, 10?
We were, now I think we're going to be
16.
6. I think we're going to be 6.
I can see 6, especially with some losses. Yeah.
Yeah, Penn State and who else lost that was ahead of us? Penn State and
Texas.
Texas, yes.
You've asked me that like 20 times.
No, twice. I only asked you that twice.
Penn State will be ranked 10, probably so.
Oh my gosh!
Remember Notre Dame hadn't won a game yet; they were still in the top.
And they were still in the rankings. Yeah, they were like 21 or 22 or something like that.
Thank you, Kat. It really just needs to drop. You can't again. Texas is the same as Penn State. As Penn State gets more press,
right?
You can't lose the only 2 games you've played and still be ranked. So I don't get it. So 1-4 with a top 10 win and 0 lead changes all their games. So first person to score wins it if you're against UCLA. Huh? So they're the only game where after the opening coin flip, if you get it, you don't defer. You take the ball. You're like, nope, we got to get it. We can score. We can win this game. So. That's wild. So, Brian, thank you, Carol. We got to put his name up there. Brian, you got to get on more stuff, man. People deserve to hear your opinions more. And
Brian is really popular. I don't think you realize how popular he is. Yeah.
Don't tell him. It'll go to his head. We'll be in the group chat. He'll go, yeah, guys.
I just said it. I just told him I'm pretty sure he was like this.
Yeah. Make him that exact face. So, but no, Brian's a good friend, man. We love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was gracious enough to take us around to Oklahoma, and he didn't kick us on the street after we lost. So
he did. Helped us with a ride and everything. Him and his son. So. And it was a tough car ride, bro. You sit in the car with two people in the front seat. They know they just won. You're sitting in the back seat like, oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know. Here's live look at me and Raj in the back seat.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Brian and Blake in the front seat, they were like this.
Yeah. Blake was like, and they said we couldn't shut down their quarterback. And we did. I was like, yeah, man, just get me out the car. Like, I'll walk home. I think she's answering the Beck one very, very late. We said some of this stuff too.
Himself. He wasn't there for his teammates, and his ex-girlfriend said basically the same. I'm pretty sure she moved on, and so did he.
He's not allowed back on the run-in? Wow.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we couldn't have felt worse than we already did.
We
appreciate you.
We appreciate that, Brian, because at the time I was just like, I have no idea what to say. Let's just go back to the hotel and
all that would have happened, you had to get out the car and figure out another ride. Yeah, why is Brian banned from the run-in? What did I miss?
I have no idea. He's not allowed back on the run-in. I have no idea.
So that's your top 25, Raj. No other really big games today?
No. I think after this, we soak up this win. Soak it up tomorrow.
24-hour rule.
Monday, just get back to it. Get back to practice and get back to prep for the Missouri game. Again, Herb mentioned 11 a.m. game. We don't like the early games. It's on the road. This could be a trap game. Missouri's got a really, really good offense, good quarterback, really, really good running game, good receiving core. This is not going to be a cakewalk for Bama. Herb, just right now, what do you think the line will be for this game?
Bama by like -7, something like that.
Okay.
I can
That's fair enough.
Has somebody already seen a line? Am I missing that?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't even looked at it, so I have no idea. But we're about to, since we're both typing, I think we're typing the same thing.
Alabama 5.5 point favorite.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's
it's going to be, we had one good road win this year. We still need to see if we can play consistently on the road. So we have a lot to prove. But Brian said, Bama by 4.5. Whatever happens.
Well, it would go down at halftime. So I don't know what happened at halftime, but I'll say it again.
Earlier. I don't know. We made the adjustments, and then we were getting some hits on Diego. We slowed down the run. What game you watching?
Miami and Florida State, just because some guys are fighting, not because of the gameplay. The gameplay still sucks. So, except for next week, yes.
Yeah,
so,
we don't want them to play good.
The problem was if Drew Aller is staying, then he was always going to get that job. There's nothing you can do about that for sure.
Yep. Pass interference, defense.
Right. What are you watching?
Okay.
You got Texas A&M and Mississippi State up?
Yeah, but I mean it's 31-9. There's nothing like really competitive on right now. So
no, he stepped out. Yeah, I mean they tried onside kicks with. I didn't realize there was so much time left in this Florida State game. This is why you don't wait until the last minute to start playing. With the sweetest halftime he knows. That's why he's saying, did he go down there? I don't know. So Kara might be able to speak to this. One thing that and what did Mike say? They were averaging 7 points after halftime. What is it about certain teams? And the reason why I bring up Carroll because Georgia, and I saw a lot of Georgia fans saying the same thing and analysts. Why is it always adjustments? Why aren't these teams starting off better on defense?
I don't know.
Brian said not everybody will be 5-0. I assume you're talking about Miami being 5-0 here in a minute.
Yeah,
congrats to Miami or Ohio State, who's playing right now too. Kind of playing. I don't know. So we can see if we hold that FSU over. Yeah, J-Bag, we were talking about that earlier. It's like now you have to really keep winning. I mean, one thing is if you only lose one more game, one SEC game, and you're in the SEC championship, then you don't have to worry about it. Where you have to worry about is if you have managed to lose 2 games and you're sitting at 9-3.
That's what I'm leaning.
They will hold that over you, especially as bad as Florida State looks.
I'm leaning on us winning out. That's what I'm leaning on right now. So instead of just worrying about Florida State playing well, because the way you're looking at it right now, Florida State might not even make it to the playoff, and we don't want that to happen. So we just need to win all our games.
I'm sure Florida State has a weak schedule. I'm pretty sure. Did I ever grab Florida State's schedule?
No, you didn't. I asked you to do this, and you didn't do it. I'm just playing. Sorry.
They being for real. Oh, that's not. That's.
So
I remember that. No, that's. Yeah.
All right, I'll shut up now.
I remember that's what it was during the thing when we had him on here. I did not have the right one. He says he has Bama with 1 loss. Let me guess, Brian.
Oh, you.
Let me guess.
I mean, if we only lose 1 more game and make it to playoffs, fine with Raj. I'm in. I'm down with that. That was our initial prediction was 10-2, so I can live with that.
Raj is getting spicy. You can't be my brother and not want to get spicy all the time. Brian, who's the 1 loss to? Oh, we missed one, but
he knows. Is Womack the problem, or is he just doing the best with the players?
I mean, I don't think he's the problem. Because I don't think the players are the problem.
No, I don't. But because we recruit at a high level. It can't be the players.
Yeah,
it's got to be. Go ahead, Herb. You interrupt me. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take a shot and said F Raj. Well, no, just listening to analysts, a lot of our run defense has to do with the secondary versus the defensive line and their eye discipline. And all it takes is one guy in the secondary taking the wrong angle, and all of a sudden everything opens up. So to me, that's just a flaw in a scheme, or a scheme the guys are not used to, being on. But having said that, we say, like I said, a lot of us were sitting there giving Womack terrible stuff for this game.
Yeah.
If I had told anybody we're going to go into this game, they're going to have 122 rushing or whatever, they will be held scoreless in the whole second half, and they'll only have 14 points for the game.
Yeah.
Womack's getting a statue. We're like, that was the greatest defensive performance in the history of mankind. So, no matter what we say about him, something is working.
He did something right.
And we get a little lucky at times. Yeah.
So. Yeah. He did something right in the second half, and we can't take that from him. So I'll leave it.
So where did I miss Brian's? Who's our last loss to in this one?
Yeah, I think he just gave the eye emoji. I think he's taking Oklahoma.
Yeah. J-Bake. If we win the SEC, I think there's just a lot at play, and a lot of teams don't play each other. I guess Ole Miss only really has Georgia left, I believe. Georgia still has a tough road with there, so it's just I don't know how everybody crosses their stuff up. So I honestly wouldn't mind missing the SEC championship game and
make it to the playoffs. Yeah,
and make it to the playoffs. So.
But if we make it to the SEC and we win the SEC, that'll boost up our ranking a little bit.
We have our 100th team. Okay. You guys host a playoff game, and you can get me a flight up there, Brian. I'm gonna come up there and watch it with y'all.
Yeah, Ole Miss has to play. They still have to play at Georgia and at Oklahoma.
Ooh, spicy.
And they play at Mississippi State. What now? What'd you say?
He's asking, does he have the right players for the scheme he wants to run? But I don't think we have as many holdovers, I guess, as you would think. And they had a chance to, I guess, recruit it different too. I would think if they didn't have any players for that scheme, that they would have hit the transfer portal a little harder is what I'm thinking. Again, these are just guesses, but that's how I feel like he would have approached it. And we didn't hit it that hard. And the guys who were coming out of the portal that we thought would play well, like Hill Green, aren't seeing the field that much. So, well, J-Bake's got to go. No, it's not. Some of these guys aren't Kane's guys. Yeah. But is he here long enough to get more of his guys into this too? So that's interesting. Combination of guys by the second half are more confident. You can see it tighten up the box with the rows. Yeah. We talked about that with Corey Burton. He's like, they definitely are going to just try and pound us with the run. But Pavia is not a great thrower, No,
he's not. He's not.
The rest of Florida State schedule. Yeah. And I think that's why they might end up being okay. You're probably out of the ACC race because it's 2 ACC losses. But, if you finish at 10-2, over an Alabama, and you've got to win over an Alabama team that makes the playoffs. That's what they're going to do. What Texas did that year. So yeah.
Yep.
Also get a bye week in the CFP if we win the conference, right? Yes, you get a bye.
We get a bye because we'll be one of the top 4 seeds, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Which we'll definitely need. The question is, who would we play in the SEC championship? I mean, we won't know that, but
yeah. I mean, if we drop one more, then it gets weird. If we have one loss, Georgia has one SEC loss. If Georgia only has one SEC loss, then they have to give one loss to Ole Miss. In that case, it's just Texas A&M is still out there, and a lot of these teams aren't crossing over.
I forgot who said it, but somebody said it like 2 weeks ago. Like the SEC, I think it was Josh Payton. The SEC is just going to cannibalize itself. Like they're just
it is.
They're just going to start beating up on each other. Oh, I think LSU is going to lose 1 or 2 more games. Ole Miss is going to drop a game. Hopefully, we don't lose any more games. Will you lose any more games? I don't know. Texas is not going to make the playoff, so it's going to look weird towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'll say this: whether we make the SEC championship game or don't, I just want to get in the playoff. Herb and I just want to get in the playoff. That's it. So
and that's why all this is speculation. Honestly, all we're thinking about is Missouri.
Yeah.
Kelly was on there with us on Twitter, so roll tide to Kelly. That was
thank you for joining.
Like I said, it was the most stressful. She was posting a lot with and responding.
Awesome.
So a lot of us were on Twitter, kind of stressing through this game. So, Mike, I missed what this was the answer to Ole Miss. I know I asked a question and I already don't realize what I said. Sorry. And then Brian said, I'm gonna put it back up there. Yeah, we're speculating on a lot of stuff. Some of these top teams are going to lose to teams that nobody expects, like you've already seen it today. So you honestly just can't count on all this.
So Brian, and I think I've been hydrating, so I want to say Brian has said this like in the past weeks, but Brian will be in Tuscaloosa for the OU game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wish I could be there for that one. That would be.
I said Ole Miss for the SEC title game. Gotcha. My bad, Mike. Okay, yeah. And Mike, this is where I think perception meets reality. Because I talked to some people after the game. I was like, we're mad because of every game he has one big breakdown, right?
Yeah.
One where everybody's out. And sometimes it burns us, sometimes it doesn't. But when you look at the body of work, holding Georgia to to the 21, holding Vandy to 14, these are not bad games that he's playing.
And Mike makes a really, really good point. And I think people can't let go of what happened last year. And those feelings are carrying over into the 2025 season. So Mike makes a really, really good point. And I think that's how people perceive Kane. So anytime the defense makes a mistake, they're automatically like, fire Kane Womack. Our defense sucks. This is what happened last year. Come on, just stop it. He's made the adjustments this year. Defense is looking better, and we're showing it. We played 2 really, really good games in the second half. These past 2 games, our defense is showing it. We're making the improvements that we need to make. So we're all right.
So Alexander, he had a long of 35. Yeah. So actually, you had and Pavia had a rush for 36. So you had 2 of them where it's 101. Is that what he posted up there? Yeah, 101 actually came off of 2 plays, Mike, that I can see here. So, yeah.
Shout out to Big Mike. Just a shout out to Big Mike.
Yeah, but I think coming out flat in the first game and your quarterback playing on the road in the first game, that's why I think teams are going to get away from that. If we play Florida State game 3 or 4, I'd have felt that was better.
That was Ty's first start in a hostile environment, and he threw the ball for over 40 times. It was a lot of variables that just didn't go our way that first game. And you've seen how Ty has improved each week after that. So that was a tough win for us. Yeah. And so many people were looking at with this game saying, well, they were 2-10 last year. I'm like, that was last year. Get over that. What?
Sorry, I'm gonna skip ahead and then I go back to these. Are we getting an Auburn bye week video from the nice lady?
Always... Jay Bate, her name is Sadie.
I gotta save that comment for her. So, Caden Proctor for Heisman. So, Mike, when he throws a touchdown pass, he's in the Heisman race. That's all we're waiting on.
Watch Caden Proctor get a call on. Watch Caden Proctor get a call from Tuesday from Grubb. Like, hey, need you to come up to the office? Caden Proctor's gonna be like this. Oh, buddy. He's like, dude, against Missouri, we need you to line up in the shotgun and throw his pass to Ty Simpson. I'm like, oh, God, don't do that.
Yeah. Mike, I had to look it up, so there's no bad on that one at all. I couldn't remember. When you said that, though, I was like, oh, I couldn't remember the length of the longest one, and then I had to go look that up. Oh, very clearly, Carol. 8-4 maybe is what looking like their best at this point. It was a combination of things. The very first drive, we had a balanced offense, and then we went away from the run. Don't think that helped. Not having Jam, we thought it was one of those, I think we'll be okay without Jam. Clearly, having Jam on the field helps.
Definitely changes everything.
Not everybody likes jelly. Sometimes you got to have Jam. So, there were some defensive breakdowns, but one of them was like, Dijon Lee's on the field for the first drive, and that's a freshman, and he lets a guy get by him. But people who watched all 22 were like, they were supposed to be safety. You know what I mean? It felt like there was a lot of things that we did not do well, and Florida State was way more prepared for that game. But I'm not going to put that all on Womack at all.
I will say this, and speaking of Colonel Mustard getting some playing time, kudos to the Alabama coaching staff for getting freshmen some playing time. We've seen Colonel Mustard on the field. We've seen Kayla Evans. We saw Drake Kirkpatrick Jr. on the field today. We're seeing freshmen getting more playing time. And you and I have even discussed this during the offseason.
They're keeping it fresh.
I hate that because it was funny. I hate it when you say things that are so corny, but they're good. That was a good one, Herb. Hey, I gotta take a shot to that one. Herb, that was a good joke, man. Herb won that one. They're keeping it fresh.
Oh my goodness! He paused. He wanted to be mad.
For that one.
Freshmen are keeping it fresh.
Hey,
Roll Tide.
Keeping it fresh. Roll Tide.
I didn't realize this. I didn't know he'd been there twice. I still don't even know who he is, to be honest. But McAfee held it down. It's funny when he starts teasing the team and then goes to the other one. You can almost tell now that there's no way he was picking Vandy. So I didn't realize that just Tuesday or Wednesday for the run play. But dude, he's put in the work, and I think
he said that post-game conference. He said he got a call from Grubb on Tuesday or Wednesday about that play.
Like, yo, bro, you ready to eat? He was like, I am hungry. He's like, no, bro, I mean with the run the ball. I was like, oh, my bad, coach.
I asked her that. I was like, how does a guy get that big, 6'6", 3'6"? How does that happen?
Southern food.
That's big, man.
Nah, but he was in Iowa. I guess he ate corn all day. I don't know.
The children of corn.
We have Proctor, yes.
Was that was that funny on scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, Caden Proctor. He's one of the children of the corn.
Look,
we're the children of the corn.
10 children of the corn movies. I think Caden Proctor ate all those kids, man.
Yeah, Raj, that's rough.
No, I don't know.
Kelly, I had him at 9-3 in our preview, and 8-4 is definitely on the table now. I would love to see, especially as much as they were talking and going in everybody's podcast and talking about they run the conference. We're all hoping for Texas downfall. So
yeah.
Kyle, we asked this. Him and Daniel Hill are MIA. I don't know what has happened, but they ain't had a carry in forever, even if they hit the field. And there's somebody on Twitter who's also asking about Jaden Roberts a lot too. So I'd love to know.
Yeah, what's going on there? So
some people still say he's not healthy, but I don't think those people around the team. She actually, somebody posted on Twitter that she's actually talking to his mom, and he's perfectly healthy. So I don't know. You believe whichever story, but it is weird he's not on the field. So
all right.
Whole family been told Kiffin the Bama fan since birth. Oh, Vandy pays him. He did say this when he picked Vandy. He said, "They're my ride home." So it was almost a forced thing, but okay. Yeah. I think the conference is banded together in our hatred for Texas. So they probably talk. I mean, Mike, maybe, but I can't believe that either one of them hasn't got in the mix a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just weird to me that they haven't gotten on the field.
And even with Jam,
and now that Proctor's getting carries, go ahead.
With Jam coming back from an injury, you would still think we would still use these other guys until Jam gets 100% if he's not 100%. But I love what I'm seeing for Jam last week and this week. So kudos to Jam, man. We Herb, go ahead and give me a Jam joke.
I mean, it's not jelly because jam don't move like that. Jam be moving. Nah, I could do that.
That was absolutely horrible.
It must be jam because jelly don't shake like that.
Stop it. Stop it. Just
man, whenever he runs it, I'd be like, ooh, jam. Jam.
Oh, jeez, this guy.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be the entertainment part. I'll be the entertainment part from now on. Your jokes are just getting worse and worse, man.
You stop moving the line around so much. Carol's, I don't get why rotating is part of the game plan. Like coaches actually come out and say we're going to continue to do that. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that.
All right, bro. So I'm going to ask you a question, Herb, that's going to ruffle your feathers, and it's going to ruffle your feathers.
This is a great point, Kyle.
This is my question. What do you think our running tag would look like right now if we had Justice Haynes? Or do you think he's just shining because?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about it.
All right.
I'll say this: Justice would have eaten during the time when Jam was out, so that it definitely hurts. And you'd have a good tag team. You'd have what you expected to have last year when Miller was eating up all the carries. So, what you got here, Carol? Oxus, yes. Carol, that's what we were all waiting on. It seems like they've disappeared, haven't they?
We had them here, and Carol, I actually live in Arlington, Texas, so I'm surrounded by them, and they're always talking about they're the new team of the SEC, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, Georgia beat you guys twice last year. Look what's going on this year. It's not happening. It's just not happening. So stop it.
I think that had to be the worst for Georgia fans is beating them twice and still having them pop up on the podcast talking.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Things. Like. You beat us twice. I'm not saying anything to anybody. No. Defense. Once Smith got in on defense. Oh, the difference. Yes.
Jay Smith. Remember?
And does that go along with the second half?
I have to look at his stats. So I don't know what type of adjustment I have to look at his stats just to figure that out. But so Florida State's down by 9 now, 19-28, but there's only 3:20 left. So they're trying to make a game of it. I hope Herb and I get to watch another game together soon.
So do I. Are we going to do a watch party if we do it?
I don't know. I thought about that. I honestly don't know.
Turning up. That's my giant. See? People are getting in on it.
I like J-Bake. J-Bake, I like that one.
Cats. But that's what I said. Turn it up. That's my jam. But,
wait, did I say something? Carol says, bless you, Raj. I will pray for you. What? Did I miss something? Carol, I have been hydrating. We've been hydrating all night, so I'm not sure if I missed something, but thank you for praying for me.
Yep. Kelly, with as much alcohol as I have, we could miss also.
Nah, well, we
need him to have a good year to get drafted so we keep moving down line. Agree with that. We got
That's
some boys.
True. That's true. We got a stable of running backs, and plus Xavier Crowell's coming in next year, so we're good there.
Yeah, he'll stay because he's getting a shot. I think a couple guys will definitely leave. Plus, I think as a running back, you're not as worried about, I don't think A.K. Deers is worried about it in your first year because of how much pounding that running backs take. I don't think
I've never been worried about us at the running back position in a long time, honestly.
Absolutely for that, Kelly. And they had us circled, they had us ready, they were focused for that. And you've seen it against Virginia, and they've been outclassed by Miami. So we were the Super Bowl for them. Oh, she said because you live in Texas.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Very good, very good.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, Carol. Around here, Carol. True story, Carol. When I first moved here in 2012, I went to a store called Rally House, and I'm looking for Bama gear, and it's all Texas, OU, Texas Tech, Baylor, blah blah blah. And I asked the guy at the register, I'm like, do you have any Bama gear? He laughed at me. He said, dude, you're in the wrong city. I'm like, okay. So that's when I there's no love for Bama out here. But I love Texas. I absolutely love it.
Are you asking him to come back out for one of those two games? He's talking about coming in town for possibly Missouri and if we're going to do a watch party. But
yeah.
Oh, by the way, just totally forgot TCU's playing Colorado.
Yeah, who cares? Okay.
Wow. Bro.
Jay Bake, I would.
He liked your story, Kyle.
Jay Bake.
Kyle liked your story.
Next year, Jay Bake, we're already talking about next year's schedule. I think I'll be there for the Georgia game. I would love to do that. That would definitely be dope. But as far as this year, LSU and OU, probably not. Yeah, it's just the way things are set up. But next year, I would love to get to 1 or 2 games, especially being the Georgia game. I would love to be in Tuscaloosa for that.
Exactly right on this. I'm so tired of seeing it too.
Kelly,
we've been there for 2 of them. So,
yeah.
Raj, I'll join whichever one y'all come for. Yeah, because we're talking about possibly going to one of those, is what he's saying, Raj, if you want to come join us.
Gotcha.
So, I'll just drive out and get him, J-Bake.
Yes, scoop me up.
If this is serious, we're in, right?
Yeah. Because I once the schedule's made.
No, he means going to the game next year, Raj.
Yeah. For Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think we're still allowed to home. We're still allowed to home games.
Yeah, home game. That's what I'm saying. It's a home game. I'll be there. I'll be there for Georgia game next year. Yeah, that's. Okay. I promise that's 100% set in stone.
Let's do it. That's gonna be. Look at us already. Look, we ain't even made it through this year. So, I'll say this: I'm always sad when college football season ends, but there's a part of my heart that's like I can actually maybe rest for a minute.
Yes,
this stuff is stressful. Man.
Emotional.
We used to be able to play Vanderbilt without. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to deal with it, but
appreciate you, J-Bake.
It's what we buy into, man.
Yeah. I was not prepared for the days where we're playing Vandy in Missouri and I'm nervous.
Yes. Yeah.
J-Bake, Herb, and Raj together.
No, J-Bake, Herb, Raj, and Big Mike. Hey, I hope Banzo did a post. Yeah. Kyle, we did see
he was shooting the double birds.
Yes. I was about to say that Manziel was shooting the double birds to some Bama fans, but it comes with the territory. I mean, you were talking trash before the game. You talked trash when you were there back when you played for A&M. We have no idea what you're doing with your life right now. You show up for a Pavia game, whether wearing a Pavia jersey. Your team loses. What do you think the fans of Tuscaloosa are going to do? Come on.
Yep. As brash as you have been, come on.
Hold on. How many times have you said brash on this podcast?
At least once. You remember that
you just said
that night we were on after the Vandy game? I said it once, dude.
I actually fell for that for a second. You idiot.
Yes, Carol, it is not for the weak of heart. That's why I want to have some games where, can we not go play Rutgers and Northwestern a couple weeks?
Carol, Herb and I have talked about this. The SEC is the toughest conference on earth. Our conference runs really, really deep. It is what it is. And I know people in the Big Ten and the Big 12 don't believe that, especially the Big Ten. But our conference, the SEC runs much more deeper than the Big Ten.
Yep. Yes. That's the only reason why. Because one of my points I made earlier before you came on here, Texas A&M had a game tonight. And you chose to go where Gabe Day is and follow Vandy against Alabama and root against us. Come on. You're trying too hard. So, Mike, and we need someone to rag on. So, Randy, let's do it. Oh,
let's get it set up for next year, the Georgia game, man. We'll do something big for that game. And all right, 4th and 1, Miami's got the ball. They hiked it. There's a flag thrown. I think
sounds good, J-Bake. Appreciate
the flag was thrown, so that must have been false start.
Mike, I've never heard Mike say less a day in his life.
I haven't either. That must have been false start, right?
Definitely. Look at us. I thought I'd be passed out before this game's over, and all of a sudden it's 3 minutes left and we're still here.
Yeah.
There's offside for sure.
Oh, my gosh. How do you do that? 4th and 1?
Way offsides, dude.
Let me see.
That game's about to be over.
Oh, they're really – yeah, this game's over.
All right, folks. Winding down. Anybody final thoughts on Alabama and Vandy? Glad we got this win. Game balls will be coming out in a day or two. Man, absolutely. Carol, so the point I keep making is when we pull up a Penn State schedule, right? And you're like, who are you playing? And UCLA is supposed to be an easy one, but you got Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, and just a whole lot of crap.
Penn State has 2 more losses on the schedule.
Yeah, let them go through our schedule, and even where a trip to Mississippi State, you're like, all right. So, Kat, this was a rough one today. There was a lot more shots than I thought I'd have to do.
Herb has a high hydration tolerance, so he's pretty good. He's
He's struggling tonight, though, Roll Tide. Yeah, Kelly. What the problem is they have the top. Their top teams are good,
But their bottom teams are trash.
They've won. Yeah, they've got terrible bottoms. They got flat bottoms.
That was the second bad funny joke you made.
My favorite, yeah. Wait, what?
I hate it when you make a bad joke that's funny. That was the second bad funny joke. Speaking of bad funny, Bad Bunny is hosting SNL tonight, the season premiere. I promise.
Oh, they're by the best. We're gonna need it, J Bake, because this is awful.
Connor.
I can't handle it.
J Bake, did Connor Talty redeem himself tonight? The first kick that happened, the first kick in the first half. That my good lord.
Connor Talty just makes me feel salty.
We have to give some. We got to get a kicker. That was the third one, the trifecta, right? That was it right there.
I'm done for the night. Yeah, they don't have apple bottoms. Herb,
I gotta go. I'm hungry.
Yeah. J-Big, I will say this, but whenever somebody says but, it invalidates everything they said before it. 47 yards is just kind of the norm. You need a guy to do that. So I'm sorry. He asked you though. What do you feel like he redeemed himself with the rest?
What is Connor Talty's field goal range? 10 yards or less?
But I don't even know what a Bad Bunny is. His long today was a 38.
Yeah, whatever.
Jokes are uncanny. Sorry, man. Salty Talty. Like when he kicks, don't you feel a little salty? Damn it, Talty. We're all on Talter, but our punter is horrible too. Yeah. Remember, so at the beginning of the year, we said we had a thing where we said who are the 5 most important players on the team, and we had a 6 slide. The 6 slide had Connor Talty, the kicker on one side, and then I think a question mark for the punter because we didn't even know who it was when we made the video. So Raj has taken over special teams, and it's been horrible this year. Ever since you got assigned as special teams coordinator, Rod, it's been horrible. What do you have to say for yourself?
Absolutely nothing. I'm enjoying my paycheck, and I don't care how the players play.
Why do I feel like that is exactly how our special teams coordinator talks?
Hey, our special teams coordinator is like this. Darn. I'm good. I saved up enough money, so I'm good. Hey, Kyle, appreciate you for joining us. Have a good night. If y'all are still in the chat, share this with anybody you can who is not subbed to the channel. J Bait, share this with anybody who is not subbed to our channel, please. We're trying to get our numbers up. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, that punt, Mike. Yeah, that was a horrible punt as well. Golly.
Oh, I wish he did. We need something back there. We're gonna lose a game based on that. So. Folks, these are wrapping up. We're wrapping up. Talking Bama will be on the station tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So another post-game wrap-up. Then I guess us on Wednesday at 8. And then Bama Blueprint at 6:30 on Friday. And mixed in the middle of that, the Run-In Wrestling Pod will be on at 6 o'clock on Thursday. So we got a bunch of shows, a little wrestling mixed into as well. Everybody have a good night.
We appreciate you
guys.
We
appreciate your support.
And as always, roll tide.
Salty Talty, he came to party. No, okay. Roll tide.
Roll tide.
Roll tide.